Alrighty, just getting clipped in for the hump day ride. I think I have everything ready. I'm a little bit late. I was going to do a 15-minute warm-up first. That's not happening tonight. Everything's beeping at me. Jersey isn't quite on properly yet. Let me get this sorted. And we're good to go. Okay, now, bike computers. Let's have a go at this. I've got 3 tonight. The Tacx Neo 2, so Garmin Neo 2, how about that news? And I have the Vivero Asiomas and a 4i power meter on the bike, left, right. Okay, so I'm assuming I have them all paired up correctly. I need 5 minutes warm up. I wanted 10, but this will do. Indoor, indoor. Go, go. Alrighty. Okay, so 5 minutes of this. It's a this power meter came straight off the bike, and the Z-Watt power meter came straight off the bike. This one went straight on, really easily, which was good. I do have tunes here somewhere. Let me get the tunes cracking. Oh, it's just very quiet for me. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So it should be about an hour. Not racing the last lap, but we will just keep with the bunch. Nice steady state workout for tonight. It is tonight here, 6:53. There we go. Cool, cool. All right. Now, all the powers. $123. Come on, 4i. Come on. Be my savior of not having to go down rabbit holes. It's looking pretty good at the moment. Yep, okay. What have we got? 6 minutes to go. Okay, I'll give this about a couple of minutes of help. In a few different gears. Hey, DC Rainmaker's in the house. It is Wednesday. I didn't have time to change the logo to Garmin Neo. Actually, Ray was the first person I messaged this morning because the news broke at... Oh, sorry, I'll announce the news if nobody's seen it yet, but you've all seen it. Garmin have purchased Tacx. Huge news. I think it went out at 4 AM. I was sleeping. I think Ray's first reply was, "Good morning, sunshine." He knew that I would have woken up and gone, "What the?" Anyway, good stuff. I can't really, when I put a power meter on outside, I do some bunny hops and I jump around. Can't really do that indoors. Not easily. So the best we can do is just put a bit of pressure on the pedals. And hopefully it beds in. This crank set is about 350 grams lighter than the one I had on yesterday. Now, 350 grams is quite significant with one piece of equipment. Okay. Whew. Okay. Let's crank the audio down. Sorry if the tunes are a bit loud, let me know. I've got the chat playing here. All righty, what do we got? 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Few back pedals. Get the cranks at 12 and 6. Get off the bike. Try and remember which head unit is paired to what. 1030 is the new power meter, the 4i. Sensors there. The arse duos are on the 820. Sorry to talk you through my calibration / offset process, but it's important. It's not really important, I just like to do it. This is ride number 1 with this power meter, so will the data be thrown away? We don't know. We'll see how it lines up. It was a bit cool outside today, so I didn't get out. The 4A has calibration figures up the top. Not sure if that means we can... Oh, actually, sorry, torque. Current calibration and torque settings. I'm wondering if that means we can hang a static weight off there. Very cool if we can. Okay, 0, 0. 3 minutes to go. Sweet! I'm happy that the data will all line up. Done, done, done. And we're definitely recording. It was a funny one the other day. If you caught the start of the live stream then, I couldn't work out why average power wasn't showing on the screen. I'd reset the 1020, 1030? 1030. And the average power wasn't showing up. And I'm like, what the hell? This must be a bug in something. And someone twigged, and it makes absolute sense, just in this whole craziness of trying to get everything working. It can't display average power unless it knows a time. And I hadn't hit start, so there was no time for it to average over. Makes total sense. I just had an aneurysm. Alrighty. Alright, DC Rainmaker, let us know what's up, Ray. Let us know what's coming up on the channel. It's Wednesday, so it's still a work day for Ray. But, yeah, Ray had a video out pretty quick about the Tacx Garmin announcement. Garmin Tacx announcement, however you want to say it. And it's kind of funny. I think, Ray, you mentioned this in a message, that some videos can take days and days and days. Whereas videos like that can be just shot, done. And good quality content straight out there. It's not about having kick-ass audio or visuals or all the... It's just information people want. So I'll link below later on to Ray's video on that. I haven't put one out yet because everyone's had their say today. I'm going to give it a few days. Maybe we'll hear something more. To be honest, I don't have any other things to put in a digital Peloton news other than that. So give it a few days, I'll put a few more things. But we all know it's happened, so it's all cool. But yeah, on the Ray's video stuff, it was cool. And Ray's like, oh, I'm worried about the light. It was cool. You could see the light change throughout the 9 minutes, I think. But anyway, all good. I'm a consumer and a fan of the content everyone else produces as well. All right, what have we got? Minute 5. 118 watts. 105. Oh, the numbers look good. Shit, yes. If this can be a power meter that I don't need to chase rabbit holes, I'll keep it under 10 minutes, I promise. I'll keep this review of the 4A under 10 minutes, and we're done. If you see the review go out and it's over 10 minutes, that's my secret to something's not quite right. We'll see how we go. Alrighty. That music is horrible. I apologise. I'll put it on a different playlist. It's just background music rather than me huffing and puffing. Bass Rebels is where it's at. Playlists. Happy background music. Let me know if you don't like the music. I'll switch it up. Meetup invitation. Hang on. No, what the hell? Jesus, dude. Not right near the start of a race or an event. What was that? Alright, cool. We're good. I don't know what reality that would have taken me into. Rolling. I don't really know which gear to sit in for this. It's sort of... 72 RPM's no good. Alright, we'll keep it up here. Haven't quite tuned the gears. Alrighty. What have we got? 30 Ks? Like 3. Cool. Cadence up, cadence up. Don't know, it's got a bit of a whir to it, but we'll struggle on. I'm on the old TCR today, because that's the one I'm now going to be using to rip out bottom brackets and switch over. I really don't like using my good bike. Keep switching bottom brackets over and potentially increase creakiness. Does my head in out in the road having a creaky bike. New bike's going well. But the more I ride the new bike and the older bike, the more I want the older bike to be like the new bike. So I did some maintenance on this bike today, the old TCR. I'm thinking of just dropping it off to the shop and getting them to recable the whole thing, rather than me take half a day to do it. A trainer bike and the good bike. Yeah, the reality is putting a bike on a trainer with a through axle, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. I might do a slight adjustment to the rear derailleur. Let me just... So, okay, here's the thing about Di2. Right now, I need to move the rear derailleur just out a little bit. On Di2, I could press the button, change the trim, we're done. Right now, here's what I have to do. And hope that my power didn't drop too much. A little better. Not quite there though. Alrighty, that'll do. Raver's down to no light. It's really hard filming it. They say that on television quite a lot for live broadcasts of sport. They're saying we're losing light here. And you'll be watching the broadcast thinking, what do you mean? Looks good. It's really hard to tell how the footage looks when you're recording it and when you're there. Some cameras are really, really good in low light. Some are horrible. But no, the one you had, that was fine. That's the real Matthew Heyman. That's, awesome. He's on a Giant, not on a Scott. Actually, his contract ran out after the TDU. It's all good. So 216 people on the ride. Not a bad little turnout. Given it's still pretty nice weather here in Australia at this time of day and time of year. Mick Carter, ping me. I have a box for you in the shed. And a cassette and a skewer on there and the through axle kit. Because I think your bike has a disc. Or has discs. And it is definitely Matty Heyman. Cool. Alright, I've got the two Garmins beside me, beeping away, collecting data. I have one in front of me. Having all three in front does my head in. Trying to get them all lined up. But that's what we use the analyzer tool for. Hugh, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, it's a weird time of day thing. In Australia, I'm all backwards. I think some of the videos I put out during the day get a downvote straight away. That might be a timing thing, that someone gets a notification in the middle of the night. So my apologies for that. Ideally, they'll get pushed out at early in the morning or late at night here. But sometimes I'm just done with the video. If I'm done, I want to hit go and go for a ride. You can tweak when videos go out for popularity and all that, but you can get stuck into the numbers a bit too hard with all that. Then YouTube can come along and blat everything anyway. They did that with the tubeless video. Question. Can I do a static calibration of my old Garmin Vector 1? On my even older Garmin Edge 500. I'm not sure, Backer. I don't have any experience with the Vector 1s or Vector 2s. Jump on the forums though. The Garmin forums aren't too bad for the Vectors. A lot of good pinned posts. And I'm sure someone will point you in the right direction there. Panos, how you doing, mate? I should make this a regular thing now. I've got the Lama lab set up and there's a bit more of a studio to jump on at different times. How did the firmware upgrade go on my Di2? Haha, good question. There was an update out yesterday to the eTube app. Actually, probably even show you that on screen. Because this phone probably hasn't been updated. Short answer to that is there was no update for me to do. I think it was just a process fix for other people who are going to do the update from there on. There we go. Good stuff, look at that. So improved wireless function in case of using with new wireless unit firmware. Probably coming out of Japan, so English, we're not quite the full explanation of what that's all about. But that's the update for that. Let's get that taking place. As we switch back, rock and roll, smooth as silk. Where am I? 67th, cool. So no, haven't done it yet. What was happening there? It was a known issue with, come on bass rebels, where's my tunes? It was just a procedural or step through issue with the upgrade process. One sec, I'm just trying to find some decent music. It connected initially with all zeros, paired that to the phone itself over Bluetooth, so a system pairing. Did half an update to 10%, and it forced you to change the password, so you did. And then when it disconnected and reconnected during the process, the system was paired to all zeros, not your new password. Of course it's going to brick it or not connect to it. That was all bad. So I'll give it a shot again. I'll be the guinea pig next time around, so I know how to fix it. Well, if it's the same problem. Play old drum and bass. Let's see if we've got something playing here. There we go. We'll at least have something playing in the background. It's a real trick with music and live streaming. You really need to have free to use music. You can't use commercial music, YouTube. Yug, let me have a look at your one as I tick along here. Weird issue with Vector 3S and Apple TV and Zwift. Power drops out on Bluetooth, but not cadence. Okay. That's interesting, because it should be paired. Vector 3S should do cadence over the one device connection. At the same time, power and cadence both fine. At plus. Whew. Don't know. Again, more data required. Just keep throwing things at it and do the classic IT thing where you can pretty much raise a support ticket with any company in the mix and ask them not to prove that it's not them. It used to happen all the time in IT support. $99th. Okay, I think I'm hanging in the right spot. There's the bunch down there. Cool. Wall of text. Yeah, the big chat screen is a bit of a wall of text. Okay, I'm just going to leave that gap open up there. I'm just hovering around near the bacon. The yellow spot there with Tim Searle. Who's got that hat? Look at that hat. Phenomenal. Three potential failure points of that problem. Yeah, that's... So power drops, cadence is good. If you can record that data, I'd remove... That was with Zwift. Yes, Zwift, Apple TV. Oh. Maybe try the same to your phone. So removing Apple TV from the picture, try use an iOS device. Don't go Android, it's a whole different kettle of fish. But if you've got a phone that can act as, or in place of the Apple TV using the same Bluetooth connections, that way you've got the same hardware your end, you're sending the same data over the same channels, the receiver is something different, give that a crack. That way you can, if that doesn't happen using that, then you know it's something to do with the Apple TV. Or Zwift on the Apple TV. If it does happen with that, you know it's probably the vectors, something up with those. This is pretty cruisy. I remember in winter joining the Hump Day ride every now and then. The happens rarely problem. They're the worst. You can't make it happen on demand. Yeah. Have they got double draft on here or something? I'm just cruising with this. This is really, which is the workout I was after. Let's get the cadence of it. But I remember. Oh, auto lap is back. Hello, auto lap. Funk 44 got a Bushido. Realistic power, yeah. Okay, wheel-on trainers. It's a bit of it is the process you have to get right. You've got to get the tire pressure right, the pressure, the roller pressure on the tire correct. And ideally, to know if you've got correct power or not, you need a correct reading power meter on the bike, which then removes the need to muck about getting everything else working. I'll try pair the Vector 3s to the 1030, maybe, but that'll be a whole different operating system receiving the data. Give it a shot though, if that's one of the variables. But given it's Bluetooth, you've only got one shot with that one connection. People are saying hi in game, hello to people in game. I haven't got the screens up to text and type. I'll try though. G'day. It's the best I got for now. Missing the D in that word is pretty disconcerting. We're all good. Mark picked up some P1 pedals for a bargain price. Do I still rate them? Any tips on getting the best out of them? Just use them. P1s are still on my rotation, literally. Dad joke. Yeah. Look, they're aging. They're aging. Not through any fault of their own. More so the fault of their, oh, hang on. People will love a live stream. Yeah. Okay, everyone, yeah, I'm on the live stream. I'll continue with the chat. The P1s, they're just aged. They're heavier. The newer, prettier, slimmer model is out, or product is out from other companies. That's probably the biggest problem with the P1s. But they'll work. If you can get them for a good price, they'll go well. My tune game is absolutely horrible. I do apologise. I figured out what it is. But tips for getting the best out of the P1s. I think it's lithium batteries, which I think are the more expensive batteries. Baby oil on the contact points to stop any, is it fretting? The batteries can rattle around a little bit. I think fretting is where it actually oxidizes over a bit. I think somebody probably correct me in the comments. But you want a good contact point with good conductivity. So that's probably the only thing is, and yeah, don't crank those battery doors up like Superman tight. Crank them up 90-year-old grandma tight. How's that for torque wrench without a torque wrench? Maybe go to a local nursing home. Have them install the battery doors. Get them to rip into a few sprints for you to bed them in. That's about it for the P1s. Nothing bad to say about them, but yeah, they're just one of those things that's lagged a little bit with development. Is the new Hump Day kit available in real life? I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that one, I'm sorry. I saw it over in Adelaide. I'm going to be able to actually fix this sound problem. But loading Task Manager during a live stream makes me nervous. Got it. Bit of kill -9 action there with the mouse. I miss my Linux days and Unix days. I still tinker around a bit with the a few scripts here and there. Actually, my Zwift notification or update notification is a shell script that runs somewhere every couple of minutes. Then pushes me a notification if there's a Zwift update. Today there was just a binary update for the Zwift app, and then dumping down a few more resources for different kits. Questions. Was drinking tea? Mate, get on the coffees. You're in the UK. If you're in drinking tea, you're in the UK. Like the DI2 video. I've done a couple of the DI2 ones. I'll be doing a couple more as I keep tinkering around with it. The big one's going to be a full recable of the bike to hide everything away. The cables are $30 each. If you buy a cable this long, $30. You buy a cable this long, $30. Miss Linux, not on the desktop. Linux on the desktop doesn't belong. Linux for administration tasks. But a lot of the time you're only using Linux because that's the system you have to interface with, or other systems you have to interface with. Come on, there's nothing like whacking out a couple of command line tools, piping them together and getting the cool output. My Strava stats stuff is all shell scripts and a bit of Perl here and there. It is the ugliest code you've ever seen. I think one line is about 5 or 6 pipes to do something with the data. And spits out just beautiful information at the end. We cyclists all have 90-year-old grandma arm strength anyway. Except sprinters. Funny story, Shannon Johnson, I used to race against here in Victoria. He was winning a few NRS level rides, or races as well. Absolute gun sprinter. I had a Le Mans trainer in the car and he was loaning or something like that. Here's me at a time trial, or actually it was the Hell of the West. Not too far from here. I'd taken the Le Mans trainer out of the car and walked over. I'm like, oh, gee. Shannon pretty much grabs it one hand and just... There is a big difference between roadies. Sorry, time trialists and sprinters. Mac OS, yeah. Oh, look, OS X, OS 10, Mac OS, I call it all the same. The purists get angry at that, but whatever. 2019 is the year of Linux on the desktop. Where's the kick band troll quote? That's pretty good. If you were serious, I'm sorry. Raylene asks, the best value smart trainer. Look, it's really hard. You're local in Ballarat. Okay, that's an easy one then. Go see Pat Shaw. Tell him Lama said to give you a discount on a core. There we go. I'll throw Pat in the deep end. Or throw in a mat or an ant key or something that you need. Go see Pat Shaw. He'll look after you. But if you're after Garmin / Tacx here in Ballarat, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who stock Tacx here in Ballarat. I'll have to find out. I'm kind of at arm's length from retail and music, it seems. Oh, it's still there! I'm going to fight this one all night, don't worry. Did you come back? Did you come back? Okay, what's happening is it's the Elgato capture. From the cam link, so the phone I've got down there has sound capture on it, and that's grabbing the system. Or I might be buffering a little bit harder. Sorry if the stream drops out. The Elgato sound link. Let me halfway through a stream. Try and grab a hold of that audio. Audio. No, I'm dicing with fire there, trying to set up different audio channels. Bit disappointing though. I'll keep an eye on the music. Cam link. No. Okay, I'm doing well holding in the pack. You may have seen a few other live streams where I've ridden with the Hump Day ride and I've gone off the front a little bit, which is like, don't do that. Or the infamous Cyclops H2, which dropped me out the back and I chased for 10 minutes at 360 watts. Oh, it's a very dark coloured kit through here. Not doing shadowing too well. Okay, comments. Let me just have a quick spin through the comments that I missed. Apologies if I missed your comment. I do like these live streams where I get to interact with everyone like real time, not in just the text comments, but just what you're sitting there thinking straight away. Do I like the Hydro discs and Di2? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely love it. I've done a follow-up on the bike, but I don't think I've really talked about specifically why I love it. I might go into detail in another one soon, another video. But just quickly on that, the brakes are perfect every single time. You know what you're going to get when you grab the brake. And back and front, there's no difference. So you don't get wear or sogginess on the front, bombing down a big descent. It's just there. The gears are like having perfectly tuned gears every single change, every change. Not like, well, this is actually not too bad, but I don't know, there's just something crunchy about that. Di2, it's like beep, 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 snap, snap, snap. So going from mechanical Dura-Ace to Ultegra Di2, yeah, I love it. Personally, it's all good. Am I? Yep, still in the bunch. Funk 44, Raspberry Pi, let me see what you're up to with that. I've been tempted to get a Raspberry Pi and just play around with a few things. They're tiny little embedded PCs. ARM processors, I think. Got a little bit of RAM on them. You can do a few things. Oh, that's cool. Scraping Gumtree. So Funk 44 has a little tiny Python script on a Raspberry Pi scraping a website looking for bike components. That's awesome. I have a virtual host in the States that I've had spun up for like 5 or 6 years now, which does the same, but I'd like to bring that hardware in-house. Buy some glue for the stickers. It's a reference to the kicker core sometimes losing the stickers. Let's go. Hey, man. Oops, B-man. G'day, mate. So that's Matty Heyman, Paris-Roubaix legend, riding with us in the bunch tonight. That's pretty cool. I'm losing the yellow. A few more watts. Numbers are looking good. Numbers are looking good. So tonight I have the Garmin Neo 2, the Asioma Duos, and a 4i podium, precision podium, the rechargeable 4i on the bike. There's Heyman, let's give him a ride on. Ah, yeah, Zwift for Android, hey? I don't think it's taken off like they thought. A lot of noise about it. I've spoken about this a few times, a year and a half ago. They'll bring out Zwift for Android. It'll probably cause more problems than it solves. And people are like, meh. All the stats indicate that, and people don't like this stat at all, the sporting demographic for Zwift all use iPhones. 4-to-1. There is, I was bouncing back up to the beacon. Actually, I'll get a bit of a sprint out of this too. It's all data. There we go. Yeah, so I don't think many resources have been put behind the Android version. Hugh mentions that Heyman said he was going to spend more time drinking beers and mowing the lawn. He could be possibly doing that right now with the PowerCal heart rate strap on. Where are we? Oh, we're about halfway through. Half an hour in. Excellent. What's the best bum cream? Premax, yeah. Anything slimy? That sounds a bit disgusting. Vigorously mowing the lawns. Yeah, look, chamois cream, saddle cream, whatever you want to call it. What have we used in the past? Premax, Aussie butt cream. You can get Bepanthen, which I think is nappy rash cream, or baby cream, which does the same kind of thing. Just something is usually better than nothing. Morgan Blue chamois cream. You wouldn't want to mix that up for their bike cleaner unless you want a squeaky clean gooch at the end of your ride. And blue balls, but let's not go there. Morgan Blue has a lot of blue products. Watch out for those attacks. Yeah, look, the social side of Zwift is interesting. It's changed a lot since, what, 4 years ago, since we first got on. The racing's now put a... Oh, Eric Min says right on. There we go. CEO of Zwift. Right on. Happy days. Yeah, the social side of Zwift and the racing has put a big spotlight on things we've known about for a long time, including dropouts from power meters. Hello. That was interesting. Because something's now on the line. It's not just your name at the end of the race. There's many kudos going around for the people who are, as Troy says, the KISS Super League. You place top 5 in that, you're going to get looked at. If you win that, you've got multi-million-dollar companies sending out, congratulations. Elite, Wahoo, Garmin / Tacx are now all over it, supporting their teams. It's a thing, and with that comes a big lot of scrutiny from the community. So it's been bubbling for a while. Gets a bit negative with all the cheating and all that. So it burns people out when it can. It can cause a bit of problem, and it's a social issue we never thought of. Like, this is training. You jump on our indoor trainers. We don't jump on our indoor, everyone analyse my ride device. You'd never sell them if that was the case. But unfortunately that is becoming the case. So, I don't know, the ramifications of a few comments and things do impact, and they do send waves through people's motivation, which is shit. Which is shit. Like just today, if you saw my Twitter feed, I was in the local paper. I'm an ambassador for the local Ballarat Classic here. And Pat Shaw, myself, Liam White, Nick White, there's Zwifters as well. Ambassadors for the event, talking about how nice it is to ride around Ballarat, our local roads. It's on Sunday morning when no one's around. And the comments got vile. It went to the whole run 'em over level. I don't know how people can put their names to such comments if they work anywhere. Surprisingly, a few of them that I was looking into were self-employed. Probably a reason for that. But yeah, really disheartening to see that, you know, you put your time into trying to promote the sport and promote things, and people want to actually fucking kill you. Literally fucking kill you with their cars. Unbelievable. Anyway, enough of that. Back to the comments. Yeah, I think that's just in summary there. If anything you do or say, I know everyone here is fine, but if you're in a workplace where someone's spraying shit about cyclists, don't tolerate that. There's no need. Times have changed. There's no need for that shit. If I was an employee or employed anybody who did that, they'd be straight out the fucking door. No time for dickheads. Okay, back to the comments. Disc brakes in the TCR have rubbed or made noises? Not yet, not yet. Okay, the next lap gets a bit quicker, so I might not talk as much in that one. 2017 Flux is here. Is there a quick fix to high-powered grinding noises? Yeah, the quick fix would be to record it on your camera and send it through to support to have a look at. If something's occurring that shouldn't, or if something occurs with any of your equipment that isn't in the marketing material, you've got every right to challenge the company with what the? And yeah, grinding, as long as it's not your gears. But support companies can, or support departments can tell that pretty quickly. Canyon team had to take their trainers to a training camp because they had to do the KISS race. Well, given they're pretty much paid to do the KISS race, they can suck it up and pack more than they're just their freaking trainers. That's their job. It'd suck if we had to do it. But when you're a paid athlete, that's what you're paid to do. And their teams probably took them for them anyway. Alan watching from Romania. Good to have you here. 137 people. Welcome. Okay, I better keep a closer eye on this one. So I'm not going to race the last lap. We'll go hard-ish. Hard-ish. Oh, and I haven't got my heart rate showing on screen. It's on the 3 Garmins that I have here to line everything up. Alan has received his first trainer, Tacx Flux 2. Well, you've seen the Flux 2 before I have. I haven't had one here in the Lama lab. Sorry, the Garmin Flux 2. To leave it permanently plugged in. Yeah, look, I don't see any issues with leaving something plugged in. Energy consumption for these devices, they go into standby. No more than 3 or 4 watts. It's entirely up to you. They don't burn out. So they're all certified under EU and US and Australian, New Zealand standards. So they're not going to burn your house down. Maybe the Cofidus riders could pay the Canyon riders to race with them. I didn't check how Cofidus went last time. Hang on, I just cranked that music down, it's getting a bit annoying now. Fix the music problem and then Bug everyone with it. Apologies. Okay. Let's look at the comments here, Jorg. The Garvey was stuck to the rim. SLR rim. Yeah, how? Isn't that insane? I had one side off of that tyre. I couldn't get the other side off. That was terrible. And I got a screwdriver out. I thought, oh, no, I'm going to put a sharp object, compromise that sidewall. Hayman's one of Hayman's first group rides. I think he does a few races every now and then, but or people join him, it becomes a group ride. That's, as you just said there, one of his first group rides with Zwift. Cool. No, I haven't tried the Verve Info crank. I was asked about that twice today. No, they're an Aussie mob. Haven't had any interactions with Verve. They are Ant Plus only. They really need to step it up and have a Bluetooth offering for, well, to be worthwhile for me to cover, talking about Zwift and Apple TV and all the rest. I might just sit at 300 for 5 minutes, and then we'll wait for the Pac-Man to come through after that. Bit of an effort. Shipping info received about the IQ squared. Look out. I wonder if double draft is on for this. I need it right about now. All right, I'm going to speak less for a little bit, for wattage reasons. Yeah, look, Info Crank's an interesting one. I don't doubt their claims, but they make a lot of claims. I don't know. They don't seem to be a consumer level product, to be honest. They're not on the lips of everybody anyway. They're not your Garmins, your Powdermax, SRM, PowerTap, Favero. They need to change that if they want to sell more. If that's their business, social media is free. Stuart asked about power differences between the core and pedals. I'm going to have to refer you to my video that I did about the methods that I use to compare power meters. It's a process. There's no answers. It's a process that you'll have to go through. Does a worn tyre affect the readings? Not necessarily. Unless it's really worn, it should be compensated for with a roll down, the tyre on trainer. Yeah, Mitch was. If you're from Western Australia, there's a lot of people from Western Australia who love the Info Crank. I haven't seen one, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen the claims and the data. It looks good, don't get me wrong. It looks absolutely fine. But if they want more notice, they've got to start sort of mixing with the rest. I'll happily review them. I want to get that bunch just there, come on. Cool. Nice fat bunch, sweet. Now I think with power meters, and we've seen this with power meter pedals and sales, if you can sell a power meter in a box, this by this, people can install them themselves, you're going to win. You're going to win every time. Mortals can swap pedals, not really bottom brackets or crank sets. Oh yeah, make them cheaper. No one's going to pay $2 for a Net Plus power meter. There's a hot tip. Tunes are gone, heart rate's gone, come on. The Wahoo pedal. Now, people worried about Wahoo after today's announcement. I don't think Wahoo got anything to worry about finance-wise. They had a massive investment mid last year. They're fine. But now it's about what next? Mitch was, you're from Europe. Cool, cool. And yeah, you've nailed it, being niche product, too expensive, stuck in SRM times, for sure. How do you find this grip ride on Zwift? Through the companion app on your phone, the Zwift website, or when you log in, top of the screen up here, we'll show you events that are happening soon. Nice bunch to hide away in just here. This is good. Alright, I think we're far enough away from the bacon, we're not going to get caught. Just try and tap out the rest in the back of this group here. Bit of a grind session this one. The next gear's a bit louder. $5K to go. Wow, really? $5K still. Okay. I'm in the danger zone here, right at the back of this group. If I lose that gap, that's it. I really should be in the middle of this bunch. You see the gap just there. There's a problem. I can catch him napping here, make up a few spots. More gaps again. There's an article on, or a thread on Reddit this week about the washing machine affected a bunch. And it's so true. It is so true. That you can be holding constant watts and you're thrown to the back. And then you're up the front. Then you're in the middle. Then at the back. It is not what happens in real life. It does to an extent, but in real life, you can bend down, do up your shoe, not lose a position. It's a lot more momentum. And the fact you can't ride through people in real life. So it is a big difference with Zwift bunches, which is positioning. It's similar, but it's not the same. And that's why we see the pros get spat out the back or off the front without meaning it. The rider with a different shirt colour is a lady. They wear the purple Live kit. Garmin acquires Tacx video later. No, nothing specific. I'll mention it in a digital Peloton news. I'm not an industry analyst, and anything I've got to say, someone's already said today. We've all seen the news. How it impacts us as end users, it won't for a while. Maybe 6 months, 12 months, when the product cycles start again, we'll see some different stuff, but same. I think a lot of people commenting on the forums miss the fact that it's a corporate takeover. It's not a service desk takeover. And a lot of the forums, oh, S-Works helmet, hell yeah. A lot of the forum posts and discussions were around people having one shitty experience with either Tacx or Garmin, or the Garmin haters come along. I'll refer you over to Ray's video though. Good 10-minute coverage, Ray's thoughts on it, who is in a very good position to know more about the inner workings of those companies. It'll come up in the digital Peloton news for sure. What interests me more is that there's a new firmware update out for the Effector 3s. Cavendish does too much Zwift in real life. Yeah, people are stepping it up now. Just going to cruise in. Deebs, yeah. Ballarat lad, curious what my thoughts on this, either getting Asiomas or a Wahoo kicker. Okay, I love these ones. Because when cyclist asks this or that, what a cyclist means is, which one do I buy first? Because I'm going to end up getting both anyway. The kicker first, because it will change your experience. If you don't have a decent indoor trainer, it's like getting another bike. It's like getting a cross bike or a mountain bike. You can take you in a different discipline, this online racing and training. Or if you've not had erg mode before, it changes your experience. And if that's what your training needs, smart trainer all the way. Secondly, once you've purchased that, pull out your credit card and grab some Asiomas. So you can compare your power data from inside to your efforts outside. Bike Bug, I think, have them at the moment for $9.99. Probably the best price I've seen for Asiomas in Australia. Where's the Pac-Man? Hopefully I'm not going to get swallowed up. Grab some IQQ. Do not touch IQ squared until we've seen them. Simple as that. I haven't been that strongly opinionated about that. But I haven't done it. I'm in a position to, but no way in hell would I put money down for a power meter I haven't seen. Shit, the power meters I have put money down for have disappointed the hell out of me. Vector 3s, giant power meter. So, if you've got the money to lose, yes, it's a gamble. Somebody contacted me the other day about the Tacx bike they've prepaid for. I wouldn't prepay for one. I've sat on one, but I haven't done this on one. And until we know this experience, not just from me, Ray, and any other customer out there who can give us a good, what's it feel like? How does it respond style review? I wouldn't touch this tech. Alrighty, home straight. I'm not going to sprint the bunch, don't worry, for 52nd place. I might do a short sprint after the line. I'm not going to be a dick and sprint here when we're way off the back, but I need just to get a sprint, a bit of a short sprint stab data set for the 4i, Asiomas and the Neo. A couple of dropouts tonight. And it looks like it was all round, so I do have a second PC on here, which has caused problems in the past. Oh no, someone's going for the sprint. No, they're doing it. They're lighting up the sprint. I'll get around the corner for mine. It's going to bust me out of that workout though. Hump Day Ride has its own banner too. Cool bananas. Let's have a look at the... Oh, we should be able to give a few thumbs ups here. Give me a sec while I go through all of these. There needs to be a shake phone thumbs up thing happening. Actually, I probably would have been disqualified, right? Because I didn't have my heart rate paired. I've got it on, but I haven't got it paired up. Matty Heyman came third. Look at that. Haha. Retired. Yeah, right. That's awesome. Give it in heaps. Good stuff. And as people come through the finish here, it'll start populating there. And the people a minute 15 down and a minute down, like they might be putting out the same power. They just dropped the wheel, or they were behind the wrong person who dropped the wheel, or just didn't make the break. So it is realistic in that way. If you do miss a couple of moves, you're gone. You're gone. Cool. All right. Returning to New York. No, no, goddamn no. Leave me on my topia. Okay, we're going to go up the hill. Just jam the pedals a little bit. Get some more data out of this 4i. That's Stephen Lane trying to call. Not going to happen, Slane. I'm just about to do a sprint. I have so many devices ringing right now. They're all Bluetooth paired. Okay. Probably a 5 to 8 second jam up the hill. We'll open it up over the bridge. 1, 2, 3 devices, 4. Okay. And then a bit of a cool down after that, rather than jumping off when the legs are burning. So with this one, it's just a short jammy sprint. It's going to be pretty ugly, but it's all about just collecting the data. Hopefully the cranks stay on. Cool. What did Levy set up the KOM? I don't know his time, sorry. I think my best was what, 128, and that was when I was going pretty well. Wouldn't be that now. 117, I call bullshit on that, straight out. No disrespect, that ain't happening, not 117. 122 I think is the best legit time I've seen up there by a pro. Alrighty, a few extra Ks in the legs just to spin that out. That was kind of a weird sprint, really didn't jam it down too hard. The cadence was up. It was over 1,000, so it should give us some good data. Deebs, yes, doing the Cycle Classic this weekend. I'll be in the red ambassador top, so I'll be riding around. God, that music is obnoxious. It's just me singing along to it. Oh, look, 117, look, if you've got a ton of power-ups, yeah, I haven't seen that kind of time from any of the pros. So, but it's not about dick measuring, about how fast you can go up the comp. Mine's 128, that's all I'll ever have. Won't be going any faster than that anytime soon. But yeah, update out today from Zwift. Didn't see anything change though. So I saw the 20 meg update or 30 meg update came down. I jumped in to see what it put on the computer, but not much to it. I'd go as far as saying there's a bit of stagnation in the updates at the moment. Things aren't progressing. I guess we're so used to seeing things during the beta period just get updated all the time. And I think the more updates they push out, the hungrier everyone gets for them. People are already asking for new roads and new this and new that. Funnily enough, I haven't seen any of the runners asking for new run paths. Oh, Deebs, you're heading up to Melbourne for the memorial ride. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that hit, oh shit, wrong choice of words. That affected everybody at the tour down under who knew him with the Rafa store and all that. I believe he's a subscriber to the channel too, so it's just shit news. But, yeah. It's the world we're in, isn't it? It takes you runners a long time to see what's new. Oh, isn't that the truth? That's one thing I noticed when I had the treadmill here, is that I know Watopia really, really well. And running along. 5 minutes later, I'm pretty much where I am now from the start, and you're like, this is going to take all day. It's a different experience running on Zwift. It's not as social as the riding because you can't type and give kudos and ride-ons. It's harder to regulate pace because pace is determined on the treadmill that you're on. So, whereas on here, our hands are free, our pace is dictated by our legs. and it's just a completely different experience. So I think it needs to be, I'm not sure they'll be able to push the hard sell of the social side like they can for cycling, more the fitness side. And for God's sake, go after Peloton. Go after Peloton for the running thing. Make it better than those guys. It's funny, I follow Peloton and everything because I do respect their marketing and polish. But it's funny when you see a company named Peloton and you see people in just leggings standing there. I feel like I'm putting a little caption there. Where's my fucking bike? Peloton. What's a group of runners called? It's not a Peloton, is it? I'll be an idiot if it is. Yeah, the running is different. And then they're talking about rowing on Zwift. Now, at least with running, your hands are free. With rowing, nothing's free. I don't know. I don't think rowing is the way to go. If it's an add-on that's cheap and easy to put for them there, cool, no worries. But to be honest, what are you going to do? Put the screen at the back of your head? You're going the other way. Rowing, I don't know. Niche. That's down a rabbit hole. Leave the rabbit holes for people like me and power meters. Start going after the masses. Start selling yoga pants. Swimming. Oh, rowing itself is an established sport or recreation. They have world champs. I think Wigo was having a crack at the world champs, wasn't he, of the indoor rowing stuff. It's legit. Take nothing away from that. Will it have the same impact as Zwift? Hell no. Not as a bike ride. Absolutely not. Swim ergs. They have some endless pools here. And there was a home and leisure expo where somebody got electrocuted out of one. I think it was a static shock coming out of a pool. Susie O'Neill, was it? I don't know. One of our Olympic swimmers was shocked and like injured. Anyway, there's me going off the deep end of one single thing. Deep end? No, they're endless pools. They're not very deep. Do I give the green jersey sprint a crack? I'll have a look. If it's under 13, I'll give it a go. Oh, sorry, 13 or over. If it's 12, I'm not touching it. I'm collecting data here from 3 different power sources. But I was trying to cool down from a sprint. Can't wait for that to tick over. Brooke Hanson, aha, there we go, cool. Was I a generation too soon? 13:44, shit. It's on, let's go, let's do it. Four-eye podium is on the bike. This will be a 12.2. And I'm going to use the power up because I'm a dirty cheap. Not quite in the right gear, but we're going to leave it there. That'll be better. The trick is to sprint well before the line. Oh, 11.6. Not bad. That smell right there. Can you smell it? That's the Neo. 2. Same as the Neo 1. Wouldn't call it fish though. Smells more like Garmin. Kidding. It does smell, it does have that burning smell. Absolutely, I haven't sprinted on this machine for a bit. Not that long. But it happens. And it's the environment that I have here. The green screen behind me pushes the air up and straight back to me. Alrighty, good data set that one for sure. For sure, cooking trainers. I find with Zwift sprints, it's not about your max born power like it is outdoors. When you're out of the saddle, you need that massive burst to get your big chunk of meat going that is you, and then you ride it out from there. Best times on Zwift, if you just bring it up and don't burn that match and sustain for as long as you can, much better. Am I sure I didn't fart? Guaranteed. If my farts smelled like that, I'd have to be eating computer chips and fire. Oh shit, that's funny. Yeah, look, info crank, cool. Happy to have a look at one. I haven't chased one, to be honest. I haven't. If one was to arrive, I'm not saying I'm privileged enough to get one just to rock up on the doorstep, but look, I'm all over social media, don't know where to go. I think Ray reviewed one back in 2015. Whew. Check your undies after the live stream. Why can't I check them during the live stream? I better not. Oh, good. All right, 130 people still watching it. I'm just pissing about on Zwift. And using that term, I'll get kicked off YouTube. Tell me where you're watching from. I'm going to kick out of here in just a few minutes, but I do love the feedback. I love the comments on here. I know everyone's watching me ride bikes, but that's not what it's about. It's about having direct interaction with everyone watching, giving my take on things, hopefully helping people out. That's what the channel exists for. Because for years and years, when I first got into the sport, I had a shit ton of questions. I use a lot of people as my go-to resource daily. So the channel here is what I can do to, I guess, repay that back. Hopefully in a bigger and better way, inspire others to do the same thing. And yeah, just have a bit of fun on the bike. Dunedin in New Zealand, about to head out for a run. Take your lights, mate. It's going to be dark in New Zealand. Watch for sheep. Oh, if you haven't seen Beep Beep, I'm a sheep, or Beep Beep Like a Sheep. Oh God, you've got to see that video on YouTube. It is so good. Texas, USA, I love the States. I really do. I'll be over in a few weeks, and I'll be over in a few weeks after that. Looking forward to it. Von's over there at the moment. There's just something about the US that we were brought up with, you know, US television. Well, Disney. I love Disneyland, which is kind of weird for a 40-year-old to love Disney, but more so the engineering behind it all, the production, the money, the scale, how they execute everything. It's bloody awesome. I've got to get to Texas one day. If you've seen my rides that I post, my sheep patrols, big open roads, love it. I've got to go out and see Texas, some ranches. But yeah, just chime in if you're watching. Love to see the comments. Always a few familiar faces in the comments. Germany, I love Germany as well. Estonia, I haven't been there, sorry. Poland. Oh, Mitch. I think it was Poland. What does the word pedal mean in Polish? Because I posted up on Instagram, I was having a pedal party, and someone said that's probably not the best thing to do to post. Israel, awesome. Croatia, I've been to Croatia. I have been to Croatia. That was very nice there. My father-in-law is Croatian, with a last name that ends in IC, well, ICH. I think everyone from Croatia, their last name ends in C. Good busy, 1, 2, 3, am I right? Time to go to bed, Gareth. Nah, Gareth, stay in bed, mate. Cups of tea all round in the UK. I was in bed, I think 45 minutes it took me to get out of bed today because the Garmin Tacx news came through, and I'm busy typing to everyone, talking to everyone about it, watching what everyone's got to say about it. Not far from Leith Hill and Box Hill in the UK. Awesome. My RCMs are due for a charge. They're beeping in and out here. They're not happy. You can't say because I've banned from YouTube. Somebody commented that their indie band's name is going to be called 5 Hour Pedal Party. Because that's what my post was called. And I was going to remind them of what pedal means in Polish. You don't want to be having a 5-hour one of those parties. Or maybe you do. That's cool. That's totally cool. But it has a different meaning to what they probably thought. Hump Day next ride next week? Maybe. We'll see. My live streams are just not scheduled. I'm sorry. I'm just so just all over the shop. If I'm down a rabbit hole, I shut out all else and just straight, like the other night, that rabbit hole of 5 tests outside running over cat. I didn't run the cat over. I think it ended up being like 9:30 at night. I finished that. I was like, oh shit, time to eat. Thankfully, we're within Uber Eats area. North suburbs of Melbourne, Lee, McGinley. Thanks for tuning in. I do miss living in Melbourne. We had access to everything there. Lived in Box Hill North, right at Kew Junction, which was awesome. I'd hate to live anywhere near there now with traffic. We lived in Heidelberg Heights and then Thornbury. So lived in a few places in Melbourne. Alrighty. 45. I've got to do another 500 metres to get 46 Ks. Bloody cyclists. I was hoping it wasn't going to end on like 13 kilometres or something. Oh yeah, thanks for dropping by, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Even if you've just got this running in the background or you just pop in one question. If I missed any questions, I do apologise. Always hit me up on the comments of the video. So I'm on top of all the comments that come through on all the videos, all the feedback. A lot of my ideas for additional videos or additional things to look into come from the comments. Really good one today from, I forget the name. It was a yellow icon regarding the readings out of the saddle with my previous video. Really cool stuff. Another rabbit hole to go down. Always finish on a round number, yeah. Thomas Monk, I can say hi to your wife, Lou. Hopefully she's not being held against her will watching my live streams. 45.9. Come on. And you have to go a little bit further before the XP shows up. Wait for it. I don't make me pedal. Bang! 160 XP. I'm on accelerated XP to get through to level 50 because of that Zwifty thing. Anyhow, that was awesome. It makes time fly by when I've got so many people to chat to. So, muchly appreciated, if that's even a word. Greatly appreciated everyone's coming along and having a chat. And yeah, from all over the world. Super stuff. And from Tassie. Saw some bushfires down there. It looks like everything is safe. Okay, cool. I could talk all night. I better not. It's time for Uber Eats and to have a look at this data. It should be good. So yeah, 4i was what I was testing today. Got to get some data from out on the road and then more rabbit holes. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.